Welcome children. Come we will see the first chapter, soil formation, erosion and conservation. Okay. Soil formation, erosion and conservation. In this chapter we are going to learn about formation of soil, soil profile, soil erosion, causes of soil erosion, soil conservation. Okay. Come we will see about. Why soil important? Why is soil important? We think of soil as just dirt and want to get rid of it when it sticks to our hands or clothes. No, that's correct. No, we don't like soil. No. Okay, when it sticks to our hand or cloths, what will we do? We will wash our hands and clothes. No, we don't like. Okay, we will get rid of it. Okay. But soil plays a very important role in supporting life on earth. Most plants need soil to grow. Plants fix their roots in the soil and also get nutrients from it. Soil is home to many animals, fungi and bacteria. Soil helps to filter, clean and hold our water. Okay. That is why soil is very important. Okay. Look here, the plant fix their roots in the soil so that it can stand firmly. No, otherwise what will happen? That plants will fall. No, without soil is not there. How can they How can they fix their roots? And how can the plant get what? Water and nutrients through the soil? No, they will get the water and nutrients in the soil through the roots. No, yes. So, plant fix their roots in the soil and also get nutrients from it. And also the soil is important. So, what? Is home to many animals. See here in burrows and all. The rabbit will what? Make their home like and some animals, fungi and bacteria. It has its home in the soil itself. No, yes. And also we get clean water. No, and the soil holds out the water, otherwise the water will run, no, water will go wash out. Okay. So, soil is very important to all plants and animals. Okay. Formation of soil, come we will see formation of soil. Soil formation is a slow and stepwise process. Soil is formed from rocks. The process of soil formation is called pedogenesis. Okay. So, the process of soil formation is called pedogenesis. What? Pedogenesis. Soil contains a variety of substances, but the four basic components are minerals, organic matter, air and water. Okay. So, what are the four basic components of soil? Minerals, organic matter, air and water. Okay. Air and water in soil is found in the spaces between the solid soil particles. The ideal soil for the growth of plant is composed of 45% of minerals, 25% of water, 25% of air and 5% organic matter, OM, that we call it as OM. The percentages of air and water content in the soil vary depending on the precipitation. What? The rainfall. Precipitation is nothing but the rainfall. So, if it is not rain, water, if the land won't get rain means what will happen? With the what? The water percentage will get reduced, no? So, it depends on the precipitation. Okay. So, see here, this is the what? Components, four basic components of soil, that is nothing but minerals, what? Organic matter, water, air. And see 45% of minerals, okay, and air, water in soil is found in the spaces, okay, in the spaces between the solid soil particles. Okay. So, what is the ideal soil for the growth of plants? For the growth of plants, the soil should contain 45% minerals, what? 5% organic matter, OM, and 25%, okay, what? Water and 25% air. And these 2% depends on the precipitation. Okay. If it is a dry area, that much percent of water won't be there in the soil. Okay, understood. So, this is the ideal soil for the growth of plants. Okay, ideal soil must have this percentage of components. Okay, and the process of soil formation, this is, and the study of the process of soil formation is called pedogenesis. Okay, pedogenesis. Understood, children? Come, we will go to the next page. It takes thousands of years to form soil. The material from which soil is formed is called parent material. So, it will take thousands of years to form soil. The material from which soil is formed is called parent material. The type of soil depends on the parent material from which it is formed. The huge rocks inside the soil, okay, break down into pieces. These are further broken into tiny pebbles and then into powdery particles that mix with the soil. This is a continuous process and goes on forever. What will happen? The big huge rocks inside the soil, no, it will break into pebbles, into pieces. It will first break into pieces, the huge rocks inside the soil. Okay. These are further broken into pebbles, like small stones, no, pebbles, and then then into powdery particles, like powder, that pebbles, no, that small stones, that will become converted into powdery particles and it will mix with the soil. This is a continuous process and goes on forever. Okay, forever it will go on, it goes on. Okay. Climatic factors like heat, wind, rain and cold help in making soil. Okay. Climatic condition like heat, wind, rain and cold. Heavy rains break down the rocks and hard surfaces. Rainwater gets locked in between the rocks and freezes when the temperature falls below 0. Okay. So, when water freezes, it expands. So, what will happen? It expands. This causes a rock to pop open with a cracking sound. Roots of plants and creatures like earthworms turn the soil around and move it. It helps to churn the particles in the soil. Organisms like bacteria break down dead leaves and animals and form humus. Okay. In this way, it will take thousands of years to form soil. Okay. Understood, children? So, what? Due to the climatic factor like heat, due to sun heat of if the rocks get overheated, what will happen? It will break. Okay. And due to rain also, when heavy rains come, what? Due to that heavy rains, the rocks break down. Okay. Like, and what? And the rain breaks down the rocks and hard surfaces, and the rainwater gets clogged, and when the weather gets very cold, due to when the temperature falls below 0 level, what will happen? The water in between the rocks freezes and it expands. This causes the rocks to pop out. Okay. So, in this way, the rock, what? The huge rock will be broken into pieces. After that, further it broken into pebbles and then into powdery particles. In this way, okay, the huge rock, what? This continuous process makes the forms the soil. Okay, and this continuous process goes on forever. Okay. Understood, children? So, what? Organisms like bacteria break down dead leaves and animals and form humus. Okay. Organisms like bacteria break down dead leaves and animals and form humus. Okay. Come, we will see the composition of soil. What is the composition of soil? Come, we will do this. Okay. Take a jam jar, okay, and fill it 3/4 with water. Take a handful of soil and drop it in the jar of water. Now, stir it thoroughly with a rod. Leave the jar setting aside for an hour. The soil will settle into layers in the water. Observe the layers in the jar. How many layers are there? Which layer is made of the biggest particles? Which is made of the smallest particles? Come, we will see that. Okay, we will see. See here, take a jar, okay, fill it with water and put some soil, what is the soil, whatever the soil you get around you, okay, no problem, you can go to some far away, no need. If you go to, you can put the soil whatever you get you around you, okay, get around you, okay. Put it in the jar and listen after some time, you leave it for some time and see the jar. The jar will contain many layers. Come, we will see what are all the layers formed in that. Come, we will see. See, this is consider this as a jar and it has water in it, and if you put some sand inside it, after some time if you see it, some layers will be there. Come, we will see that. The layer of gravel is seen at the bottom of the jar. That means, the heavy particles will be present in the bottom of the jar. Okay. It is the layer of the heavier and larger sized particles, due to weight it will go down. Above the layer of gravel, the layer of sand is seen. See, above that the sand, the soft sand will be there. Okay. Silt particles are smaller than sand and weigh less, so they appear over the sand, and some soft silt particles, okay, that will be present on the above the sand. Okay. Clay particles are the smallest and will be the top layer. The dead organic material is seen floating on the water. If some dead grass like leaves of plants are present in the soil, means it will float in the water. Okay. See here, big stones, small stones, sand, mud, clay, water, humus. Okay. See, these are all the layers of water. Soil, if you take a soil which contains this types, we can tell all the soil contains dry particles. If it is there in the soil, then it will float on the top. Okay. If the soil has stones, it will come under it. Okay. Consider it has this much. Okay. We can't tell, can we tell what you put the soil? No, it will contain that dry leaves, dry grass like that, and it also, if it won't have the pebbles, no, then we can't see the pebbles in the jar. So, soil contains water. Soil contains gravel, sand, silt, clay, humus, minerals, bacteria, moisture and air. So, this is the what soil usually contains. Okay. Soil contains gravel, that means big stones, small stones, sand, silt, okay, clay, silt nothing but mud, okay, silt, mud, clay, water, moisture, air and humus. Okay. So, soil contains gravel, sand, silt, clay, humus, minerals, bacteria, moisture and air. Okay, children. See here, this is nothing but big stones and small stones, or gravel, sand, mud is, silt is, we call it as mud, clay, water, humus. Humus is nothing but the dry leaves or the smallest water, the dead organic material. Dead organic material is nothing but called what? Humus. So, these are all the about the composition of soil. Okay.